Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. Today as I'm filming this, it is Groundhog Day. It is Sunday afternoon, February the 2nd, and I just finished filming my January wrap-up, so I thought why not go ahead and film what I'm reading in February, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So this will be coming out after the January wrap-up, because I just think in a linear fashion, and since February's already started, you know, I figured I may as well just go ahead and wrap up January. So I already talked about in that video a few of the things that I have carried over into February, so I'm not going to talk about that stuff again. I carried over 9 books from January into February. Some were planned, others were not. There were 3 books that I thought for sure I would get finished in January, and I didn't. And I will go ahead and show you those, because those I am for sure going to finish. One is Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn. This is a Star Wars book. And then one is an ebook that I'm reading on my phone on Hoopla, and it is called The Undercover Cowboy. I think I did forget to mention the title of it in my other video. Undercover Cowboy by Lori Wilde. This is a 0.5 novella in the Twilight Texas series. Not loving it, but it's okay. And I've got one more audiobook to listen to finish that series and catch up with that series. So I just went ahead and borrowed it on my phone, because I do like to have an ebook on my phone. It's just handy sometimes when I'm in a situation where I've got a minute or two and don't want to drag out a whole book, you know, or maybe don't have a book with me, or, you know, that doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes. And then the third book that I thought for sure I would finish is an audiobook. And I have quite a few that I'm going to listen to from the Campers and Criminals series this month, because I've got several checked out on Hoopla. So this is the one I'm currently listening to, and then I will listen to several more throughout the month, and hopefully get up to book 30, which is my Z book, so that I can finish the ABC challenge that I've been working on for several years. Then I have 2 book club books to read in February. So one of them is A Calamity of Souls by David Baldacci. The only David Baldacci book I've ever read is The Christmas Train. I have not really read any of his mystery thriller books. I don't know what this one's about or anything, but I did find it on audio. I can't remember now which platform, if it's on Libby or Everand. But anyway, I am going to be able to listen to it. It looks bigger than it really is. This is a large print copy. This was just the only physical copy they could give me from the library. And then they couldn't give me a physical copy at all of our other book, which is James by Percival Everett. I believe that this is based on a Mark Twain character from either Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn. I can't remember which book that he's from, but it sounds really intriguing. So I'm excited about it. Have any of y'all read this book? Let me know in the comments if you have, or if it's something that's on your TBR. I was able to find that on audio, thankfully, because we didn't have enough physical copies to go around for everybody who wanted to read it in our library system. So those are the book club books that I'm reading. Now, I have 2 buddy reads that I'm doing this month. One of them is with Fiona from Reads and Eats. We are reading book 2 in the Harmony Harbor series by Debbie Mason. This one is called The Starlight Bridge, and we have started it. It is very enjoyable so far. And then I am also reading Last Light by Terry Blackstock. This is book 1 in the Restoration series, and I'm reading this with Mr. Francy. He's a booktuber from Australia, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have read the first couple of chapters in print, and I was able to download the audio last night. So I think it's going to be great. I have known several people who have read this, including my sister, and everybody that I've talked to who's read it has really, really loved it. So I'm excited about it. This is kind of a Christian dystopian. Right off the bat, at the beginning of the book, it is very intense. All the power goes out. There's plane crashes and everything. And I believe that all the power has gone out over the entire world. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm really intrigued by it all. So I'm excited about it. And then there are 2 readathons that you already know about, and there is a new readathon that I just found out about that I want to share with you. So I will do that, but first let's just chat real quick about the readathons that you already know about if you've been watching me. The first one, of course, is the Little House Readathon, and our group read this month, is Farmer Boy, and I am doing all Farmer Boy related things for my TBR for this readathon. By the way, if you don't know, it's February 7th through the 10th. That's because Laura Ingalls was born on February 7th, and she passed away at the age of 90 and 4 days on February 10th. So we celebrate her life, especially during those 4 days of February. And so the second book I'm going to read, I'm going to have to get this on Open Library. And I wasn't sure exactly how to find the website when I did my intro video. I think it's openlibrary.org. But if you just go on Google and search Open Library, you should be able to get it. And if you want to, there is an option to have it read to you. Now, it's a robot reading. It's not an audiobook. But for those of you who need it to be on audio, check out that as an option. So anyway, it's Farmer Boy Goes West by Heather Williams, and this is kind of a bridge between Farmer Boy and then at the point where we meet him out west when he meets the Ingalls and everything, and I believe he meets them in the long winter. I don't think he shows up in the book before that. I believe, anyway, he's for sure in the long winter. And so anyway, my reading for the Little House Readathon this year is going to be all Farmer Boy, including this one, which was gifted to me by my friend Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. This is Prairie Man, My Little House, Life and Beyond by Dean Butler, who played Almanzo Wilder in the Little House on the Prairie TV show. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, not necessarily Farmer Boy related, but I would like to go ahead and read this one with Emily. This is a Little House picture book treasury. It has 6 of the Little House stories that were originally published individually. There's the first one right there. There's 6 of these. I thought we had 1 or 2 of these, but I couldn't lay my hand on them in Emily's room. Anyway, Mitzi sent me this book, and I would love to go ahead and read this one during the readathon, or at least during the month of February. Then for the Retro Romance Readathon, which is hosted by Storm from Storm Reads and Sarah the Bookish Knitter, I am going to read for sure at least 1 book. This is Ring in a Teacup by Betty Neals. I heard Sarah say that she is going to read this, and also Tammy from the channel Believe in Your Shelf. I believe they're going to buddy read this, and I thought, why not pick it up? I have about 100 Betty Neals books. Most of them I'm going to be listing in my eBay store soon, but I went through them all the other day, and I was happy to find that I did have a copy of this one. So this is going to be the one that I am going to read. I also have a few other retro romances that if I have time, I will possibly pick up one of these. Some people like to call it a pile of possibilities. So that's what I've got here. Now I have these 3 that Sonia sent me for Christmas, and each book has 2 stories in it. I have these. Several of them are by Peggy Gaddis. And then I also have this one that I found in a big batch of romance books that I was listing on eBay. This is one of the vintage love-inspired books, and this one is from October of 1998. And that is the year that my husband and I got married. And this looks very much like my dress, how my hair was and everything. And I had to keep this book because it just was so reminiscent of my own wedding in October of 98. So it would be super fun to read this. And it definitely is retro. It's called A Wedding in the Family by Catherine Alexander. And I don't know if I will get to this. I definitely want to read this at some point. But these are just my possibilities. This one is the one that I am for sure going to start with. So we'll just see how many I get done. Then I've got one other print book that I would like to get to this month. I want to get back to finishing my Newbery project. And so even though Goodreads says that I read this way back several years ago, I think I listened to it on audio on a road trip, and now the audio is not available to me anymore. So I'm going to need to just read it in print because I don't remember really anything about it. This is Moon Over Manifest by Claire Vanderpool, and it is the Newbery winner from 2011. There will be other books that I will read and other books that I will listen to in the month of February, but I do not know yet for sure what those will be. But this covers all the bases except for the one more readathon or reading challenge that I want to tell you about. And I will be incorporating as many of these books as I can into the challenge. But I want to be sure that you know about this challenge so that you can participate. So this brand new readathon or reading challenge is hosted by Ashli, the strawberry book reader. Now, some of you may remember her from several years back. She used to have a channel called Faithfully Moonstruck. And within the last several months, she has restarted her channel, changed the name to the Strawberry Book Reader, and she announced recently that she has started a brand new reading challenge. And I think it sounds fantastic. So I want you guys all to jump on board. You can totally just incorporate all of the books that you are already reading for this challenge, and I hope that you will. So go over and check out her channel, The Strawberry Reader. I will leave a link below. Now, she based this challenge on archery because two of her daughters are in an archery club, and she got the idea for this challenge. So it's going to take place over 3 months. The challenge is called Aim for the Target Reading Challenge. And basically, you know, when you're doing archery, you have 5 arrows that you shoot at the target, and then you go retrieve those, and then you shoot them again, you retrieve those, you shoot them again. So for each month for the next 3 months, we're going to basically have our 5 arrows that we're going to shoot each month. Basically, she has a choice of 20 prompts, and you are to pick 5 of those and do those 5 prompts for February, and then she's going to reveal another 20 prompts in March, and you can pick 5 of those, and then a different set of 20 prompts in April, and you can pick 5 of those. Now, each of the prompts are going to have a point value that we are not going to know until we're done. So you won't be able to add up your points and find out what your points are until the end of the month. And she said if you wanted to, you know, you could even get your ranking, but you can certainly add up your points. And I just think it's going to be really fun. So I hope that you will do it. Now, just to give you an idea of some of the 20 prompts, you can go to her channel and download the list. But I'm going to look over here at my computer because I've got it turned on. I can see about the first dozen or so on the screen. White on the Cover, a reread, published in 2008, a nonfiction book, Autumn Vibes, a title with 5 or more words, a water on the cover, a one-word title, cover the same as the color of your shirt. I guess if you wanted to pick up a certain book, you just put on a shirt that's that color. I don't know. Then animal on the cover with 2 or more people on the cover. You know, you get the idea. So you can take 5 of those because they're easy enough. You could really just look at what you're already reading for this month and find 5 that fit. So I hope that you will do that. Go over and subscribe to her channel. Right now she has less than 300 subscribers. And, you know, it's been a few years since she had a channel, and I would think it would be really hard to get the momentum going again. So I would like for you all to go over and subscribe. And she is also a big fan of Laura Ingalls Wilder. She almost always participates every year in the Little House Readathon. So if you have participated in that, you may have seen her in the comments or in the live stream chat, things like that. Anyway, please go over and check out her channel. Check out this reading challenge. I think it's going to be super fun. And I hope that you will join me in helping this readathon to be a big success for Ashli. So like I said before, there will be other books that I will read and listen to. I just don't know exactly what those are right now. And I do want to finish up some of the ones that I started that I didn't think I was going to have to carry over. But I'm expecting to have a great reading month. I hope you are too. Let me know in the comments what you will be reading. Are you participating in the Little House Readathon or the Retro Romance Readathon? And now that you've heard about the Aim for the Target Readathon, do you think you'll go over and check that out? I hope that you will. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.